Okay.
Robert Schneider picked this, did not show up for the past 2 episodes, so I don't know. Good pick though, I gotta be honest. I haven't seen
Yeah.
this since it came out. So summary for this movie: a hopeful young starlet uncovers the ominous origins of the Hollywood elite and enters into a deadly agreement in exchange for fame and fortune. Written and directed by Kevin Kolschand, Dennis Widmyer. Uh, I guess that's not one person. It can't be. That's two people. Yeah. They missed their writing team, I guess. But they wrote on the movie Holidays. Have you seen that?
Who'd you say directed this?
It's written and directed by Kevin Kolschand, Dennis Widmyer.
Isn't it just like Kölsch?
Kölsch, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
There Pet Cemetery. Yeah.
There you go.
Pet
I'm an idiot. Kevin Kölsch and Dennis Widmyer. It's all smashed together.
Sounds right.
They did a segment on Valentine's Day called Valentine's Day on the movie Holidays. Have you seen that anthology at all?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
That's a good segment too.
I can't remember it. I think I remember the girl from House of the Devil. She had a segment in it, and it was Father's Day.
There was a segment on there. The most memorable is the Easter one that has a bunny
bunny Jesus mutant thing. Yeah, that thing was weird.
They also did Pet Cemetery, like Jason said, and 3 episodes of the Scream TV series. So, but Jason, do you have any information?
Tagline: "She would kill to be famous." And I don't know who technically distributed this. It was in some festivals first, but Dark Skies did put it out on Blu-ray 2015.
I think that the David Lynch vibes is really what makes this movie work for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I was getting David Lynch vibes through the whole thing, and it seemed like these guys may have really loved Mulholland Drive because there was like so much of that shit. Like there's same vibes, same like weird camera shit, like shit David Lynch would do. Like I don't know, it just really reminded me of that. As much as I don't like slow burns, I think that these guys gave you enough to chew on your way to the end to make it entertaining. It doesn't seem, the pacing is good. I was looking actively for subject matter to joke around about, but good. This is just a really good movie. Like there's not really a lot the effects look good. Her friends are the most annoying people ever. I would immediately walk out of every get together that they're having, these parties and stuff. I suppose you could make a few jokes about there's a point where these mask guys come in when George C. Scott Jr., the fucking producer guy, is doing all his weird stuff. They had the masks have like these little perverted smiles, so it's the only levity in the movie. I was kind of like, that's weird, but actually unneeded, which I never usually say. The soundtrack is really good stuff. It's by a guy named Jonathan Snipes. He has a hip hop band called Clipping. They're on Sub Pop Records. I checked them out too. They're recommended. When Sarah confronts the girl in the kitchen and slices her face with a knife, it takes that girl way too long to realize that Sarah looks like she's been strung out on meth for weeks. They just kind of casually snipe back and forth at each other for like 5 minutes. Wouldn't you immediately notice if someone looked like that? She
went from very good looking to like a zombie person.
Like blue veins in her face and shit. The highlight for this film for me is the bludgeoning scene with the hand weight. It's like just perfect effect. It's so gruesome, and it's right up there with Art's hacksaw scene in Terrifier. It's that gruesome of a moment, and I don't know, when she smashes that dude's face, it's crazy. I just think this is like as good as horror can be, a modern horror can be. So 10 out of 10. I have no qualms with it at all. They made me love a slow burn. So
10. So this is a very, very surreal, dreamlike movie. Even psychological. It can be a character piece. It feels very intimate. The lead actress, just her range in just this movie alone was great. So I don't know what else she's done, but in this movie, I thought she was great. Definitely a slow burn. It's shot well. The score is great. Not a ton of effects, but her transformation, that slow, she's just like almost decaying over time. It was effective, so it worked. Yeah, there are a couple great kills in this movie, which really helps with that slow burn. It could have just gave us a little bit more info on, I don't know what this is, a society or who these people are. The whole time I kept thinking, I don't know why it kept popping in my head, but in school they keep pounding it, who, what, when, where, and why. Like, just touch on those things a little bit. Just give me some of that. But no, great overall movie. I recommend watching it. I gave it an 8.
So that lead actress, her name is Alexandra Essoe, and she played Wendy Torrance in the Doctor Sleep.
Yes,
If
sir.
you've seen that, yes,
Yeah.
she did, and she was
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
And did you see Midnight Mass?
Yeah.
No,
She
I
was
haven't
the
saw
old.
that yet.
She was the old woman that got young.
Oh shit, you're
Is
right.
that a
character's
series or a
mom.
movie?
It's a series.
Series. Oh,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
you
that's why
gotta see it.
I haven't started it yet.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
god,
It's on the queue.
Please, I highly recommend that. Holy shit.
All right, on. So she's
Anyways,
good.
Yeah.
she's fucking amazing. Like that
Wow.
chick she's something special. She's a really, really good actress. She really gets into the role. And I like how she starts out as a quote unquote victim. She's like portraying but she's the one doing it herself, literally. You know, she was right. She's like, I'm the fuck out of here. I'll go back to Hooters with my.
Oh, it wasn't Hooters.
Manager.
What was the name of that restaurant?
I know it was not
Something
tater
tater?
tots.
Yeah, that's it.
Tater tots.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That wasn't
Spuds?
tater tot.
Was it Spuds?
It wasn't. It was something taters.
Yeah.
I think it was. Maybe it was
It
just
wasn't
taters.
tater tot. No.
They
wish
were
I
called the
would've wrote
tater
it down.
tots.
Are you a taters girl? I'm a taters girl.
Taters,
That's right.
girl.
Yeah,
Are
that's it.
taters?
It's something now.
It's definitely potato related because the pants had.
It
Yeah.
has taters in it for sure.
Yes, sir. They did.
Oh my!
Couple of taters.
I don't know much about nothing else, but it had potatoes involved. I
They
know.
did have a couple
Big
of
old
taters.
potatoes. The carbs
shit.
were involved.
Yeah.
Maybe some starch, maybe an eye. I don't know. But yeah, she is brilliant in this role. Like this was a role made for her. I thought she was really good in it. I love the soundtrack. I also, now that you mention it, I just took it for what it was. It was just some society that can do these things. I would have liked to have maybe had her gradually discover, or maybe one of her friends, maybe that girl that was like that jealous snipe. She's such a sniper.
Hated her.
You know, yeah, she was so good too, though.
Yeah,
Everyone acted really good. Like everyone put on a good performance, no matter the part. Even Gene Simmons of Kiss' son, his son was in it. The tall,
Oh
tall
God,
dude
that's
with
right.
the
Yeah,
long curly hair. He doesn't have any lines or nothing. He's
well, if you
just
think
like
about it,
main background.
the lead girl, she basically, by making this movie, that is the best demo reel you could have. Like all the stuff they make her do.
Range.
I mean, she does some of the craziest acting that, you know, acting as a different, like that'll get her any role she wants just from doing this movie, I feel.
Oh yeah, it's a professional demo reel.
Yeah.
That she got paid for.
Let me ask you guys something real quick before I forget it. When she's like going through, I think it was when they're flashing that light at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're flashing pictures of like monsters or something, right? Like
I think it's sort of like
she looks demonic.
Yeah.
It's sort of like
I'm like, it was flipping me out.
It's definitely a ritual of some sort that they're doing there. Like,
right, but when that light flashes, her face is different. Like it goes in and out of.
The very last one, she has yellow eyes and sharp teeth. I saw a freeze frame of it.
I wanted to pause it because I was like, man, this is great.
I felt like that's why they test them to reveal whether or not they're like them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it was.
So
yeah,
I
can't remember the whole thing.
But yeah, that part almost gave me epilepsy, man. I had to like look away.
It was crazy.
Yeah. But that grotesque transformation throughout the film, so cool. I said it's like a satanic casting couch.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. Who do you guys think the producer is? Do you think he's that dude that this is all about? Is he that old god, or is he just like the devil? What do you guys think?
I thought he was more of like a cult leader, and that they were praying to a higher power, using a higher power, like a demonic force of some sort. But
I gave him the role as the devil like role.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. I didn't know if he maybe was just like a high acolyte, like the leader of the cult, or what.
See, if they would have touched on it a little bit more.
I read something about.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I read something that said like the demon she becomes at the end is the same demon that they pray to, or something like that. So, like,
yeah, because they said she was the vessel. She's supposed to.
So maybe it's like a Rosemary's Baby thing, like. You know, they're birthing this demon into her. Like maybe that's partially what that flashing thing is, you know, like, I don't know.
Okay. And that was going to be my next question too. I wasn't sure, but I was like 90% sure she was reborn as a demon.
Didn't they show something move in her stomach, or am I thinking of another movie?
I thought they showed like stuff moving
like
below
something moved. Something moved in her stomach. Like
when she was laying on her bed. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
is that like when she was? Is that when she was like really gone?
Well, if they said she's the vessel, they said she's the vessel, maybe they've got a demon baby in there or something.
Like and she was bleeding real bad, you know, from her her nader. Did she, impregnated? It entered her that way.
Yeah, I said that vagina pus. That was nasty. But no, the little effects that there were really punched and punched hard. They were good. Alex Essoe, those were real bugs she threw up. She threw up real bugs.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's what it said on IMDb. Those were real.
It's not worth it.
She's great.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
How about that dumbbell death?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing, man.
Yeah.
And the sound, that dull metal sound, like everything about that scene was so cool. Like they got it right. It was so realistic. It wasn't like, they could have went with the standard pong pong, that's like, there's no way it would make that sound.
Oh yeah.
They really got
like it's
that.
realistic. When I killed somebody with a dumbbell, it sounded just like it.
I mean, it's,
the sound. It's the sound.
Yeah, that's how it sounds.
It was squishy.
When you're just hitting them.
You can always tell when they phone it in on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if you've heard it yourself.
I'm just saying it's like it just seemed really realistic with that dull sound.
I know, John. I don't think you've killed anyone yet.
Listen, we're recording.
Oh my god.
No, I'm playing.
Shut
up. Nah. Yeah, I really like her eye effects at the end, and she even looked really pretty bald. Like I really like this actress. She's a really good actress. Like I'm a fan. I'm excited in it to see her in something that I don't know she's in, like Midnight Mass. Yeah, I gave this an 8. It was a really, really good movie. I'd seen it before. I liked it when it came out. I hadn't watched it since. But it is a movie that stuck with me, and every time I would see it, like maybe on my feed somewhere, I'd be like, oh shit, I remember that one. That was a good one. That was a shocker. I think I read about it in Rue Morgue. That's how I found out about it. It was like maybe an ad or something.
I think I
like
did
a full
too.
page, something
Yeah, it was
like
at
that.
least a full or a half page article on it.
Or oh no, it was actually a review. Like that's what it was about. They had like a big article in it. But yeah, 8.
Right on,
Nice.
Ray.
I had never even heard of it until you guys brought it up. So I'm glad somebody brought it to my attention. I loved this thing. I couldn't believe how good it was, especially after that last batch that we watched, Yeah. Man, I loved the young lady, Alex, right? Fantastic. Again, you guys hit on all the stuff. Great acting, amazing soundtrack, fantastic splatter gore effects. That one scene in the kitchen though, where the roommate comes out and he's just like aimlessly walking through and she fucking McMurders him.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is amazing. I love the talk they had out by the truck too, the van, that the guy was living in, right before she killed him, because she's basically letting him know that those people were fucking garbage people and they deserved what they got, basically. I love the vibe. Frank touched on the vibe a little, what he felt like. To me, this felt like a reimagining. Like this script felt like it could have easily been in the 60s or 70s in like Rosemary's Baby or The Omen kind of that genre, and it was great. Like I hadn't seen something like that in a while that caught me off guard with that great of writing. So on kind of a shoestring budget, everything looked great though for it. I couldn't believe that I was watching like a lower budget flick, and I had nothing bad to say. I loved the story. I wish I'm with Jason too. I wish, and both of you guys, I probably all agree at this point, if they would have just peeled back that onion a little bit more. How do these people, like, they're a known production company, they've been around Hollywood forever. That would have been an interesting flashback, wouldn't it? Like maybe a 10-minute theme showing the 40s or 50s when this group first set up,
Start the movie with it or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and
then
then
they could probably do a whole movie about that.
Oh God, I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, me too.
But I loved the side actors too, like the people interviewing her for the jobs.
Yeah,
they were fucking creepy on a level I haven't seen in a
while.
Well,
the one lady's in a million things.
For sure.
Yeah. I can't even. I looked at her IMDb, and I can't cite any specific example, but there was like 200 fucking movies there with her.
Right.
I
felt like this was an amazing homage to that time period, 60s and 70s type of horror. I gave this an 8. My only problem with it's a near perfect movie. If they would have just delved a little deeper into the cult itself, I would have gave it a 10, hands down. But right now I'm saying I'm telling everybody, watch this. You're gonna love it.
2 thumbs up, way up.
I think that's approved though, right? Jason, what'd you give it? Yep.
8.
Yep. Very good. Very good.